Every episode on Celebrity Encounters podcast, we interview real people just like you sharing their own personal celebrity encounters. And with a little storytelling help from us and a few surprises from here in Las Vegas, this is Celebrity Encounters Podcast. Welcome to Celebrity Encounters Podcast. I'm Harlan.
I'm Alan, and we're here today with
Natalie.
Hi, everyone.
Natalie, you're zooming in with us from the beautiful state of
Washington.
Woohoo! And I can see by all the trees behind you, you're outside in the beautiful. Oh wait, no, it's raining there.
It's not raining today.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just looking through the bathroom door there trying to see if I could see sunshine or not, but that's okay. All right. You're in Washington and you have got a celebrity encounter with us. Drop a name.
Maria Shriver.
Ooh.
Oh, you know who Maria Shriver is, don't you?
Tell me, who's Maria Shriver?
Well, if you ever watched NBC News,
Okay.
she was a correspondent, NBC News, and who is her dad?
Sergeant Shriver, who I met also.
Ooh. Well, hold on one second. Before this, just because I'm completely ignorant, and when you asked me who Maria Shriver is, wasn't she married to the Terminator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Arnold.
There you go.
I'll be back.
I did not know Maria was a newscaster.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
she was on NBC Network News.
And if I remember correctly, she's a pretty strong Democrat, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, she was a Kennedy.
Okay, all right.
Her mother, Eunice, was Eunice Kennedy Shriver. So she came from Massachusetts, the Kennedy family, John.
Okay, so who was her dad? Sergeant Shriver, and how does he connect into the...
Well, he married Eunice, and
Kennedy.
Eunice Kennedy,
Okay.
right? And Eunice Kennedy was the sister of John Kennedy, Bobby.
Who was the patriarch of the Kennedy family?
Rose.
Yes.
Okay. Rose. So Rose was up here, then the two boys, and then that's where.
Rose. Then there was Bobby.
Okay.
Robert and Ted.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm getting up to speed. And she married Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was, of course, the Terminator and governor
Of California.
of California and a Republican.
Yes.
How the heck did that happen?
Well, you had a Republican and a Democrat living together in the same house.
And it worked.
It did.
For a while.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was a messy divorce, wasn't it?
Very.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I'm sorry.
And she would not be back.
That was good. That was worthy.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
But she was the first lady of California there.
they
he was
were married
governor.
during that.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, she certainly was.
Oh, that must have been interesting coming from the newscasting side to be on the inside of government.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, Natalie, you got a story about
I
Maria?
do. She was the first lady of California. My girlfriends and I would go every year. She ran a women's conference in Long Beach Convention Center in Long Beach. And so we would go and she would put on, was a lot of elaborate speakers, like they had Oprah Winfrey, her mother spoke, her children spoke, a lot of celebrities and a lot about women's causes and Alzheimer's because her mom had Alzheimer's. So we would go and they have giveaways, et cetera, et cetera. So the last time I went, I think it was about 11 years ago, I took a picture of me putting on makeup of her father, Sergeant Shriver, who I met in 1972 from a TV station. He was trying to be elected for
President.
erase that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
He was up for election. So anyway, I took a picture and I saw her daughters. They were quite young at the time, obviously. And I asked them I showed a picture of their grandfather and I asked them if I could get their mom's signature. So they had to have their security there, of course. So they told the security guy, and then he walked me around to where she was signing autographs for books. And I showed her the picture of her father with me putting makeup. And she was so touched, and she autographed her for me. Is a very warm, lovely lady.
That's super cool. So let me spin back for a second. So it was in 72 you met Sergeant Shriver.
Right, at a TV station. I was putting makeup on all the candidates.
Okay.
I was a Mary Tyler Moore in the newsroom, and they asked me to put makeup on 5 presidential candidates.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty impressive. And you can
And he
watch
was
more
one of
about
them.
this on another podcast episode because we have the story.
Stay tuned.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. All right, so that was 72. And then the women's conference, what year was that?
It was every year, because I lived in Nevada and I drove to California every year. I believe the last one I went to was maybe 11 years or so ago. And like I said, I took the picture with me, and she autographed it.
All right, so this is like, I'll just round it off and say 2015, give or take.
Right.
And you're in California going to a women's conference. What was
In
that?
Long Beach.
Tell me what that women's conference is.
It's since she was first lady, that's what it was all about. She had it's all about women coming together. She had tons of guest speakers, like the Dalai Lama was there, Oprah Winfrey, Dr. Oz. Her mom was there speaking, and she was really talked a lot about Alzheimer's because that's what her mother had. And a lot of it was political, a lot of it was social, and she just did it every year until he wasn't governor anymore.
I see. And so you're there attending all these conferences.
Right.
And it sounds like you've gone to this regularly?
I think we went like 4 or 5 years in a row. I'd meet my friends from California there, and we would spend the night. Like one night we spent the night on the Queen Mary just so we could be there early. And they had a lot of exhibit hall with a lot of giveaways and things like that, and demonstrations of makeup and, all kinds of we walked away with so many goodie bags from there. But it was very, very impressive with all the speakers, especially like the Dalai Lama.
So she autographed the picture for you. Did
She
you get
did,
to talk to her?
and I have it.
Did
And she
you get
thanked
to,
me, and I told her how, I enjoyed meeting her father way back when, and I put makeup on him, and she was just lovely. And her daughters were sweet. They were so much younger, of course, but they were very sweet.
so
Because it's
you-
hard to get in front of someone, but I saw the daughters kind of standing around. Then they had to talk to security.
And these are Arnold's daughters?
Yes.
Okay, Arnold and Maria's kids.
Right.
Okay,
The two, yeah. They have 4 kids, and these are the 2 girls.
gotcha.
and you had a conversation with Maria?
Just about her dad and how I met him and where I worked and at the TV station.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, I told her how I put makeup on him and everything. And she was just gracious, like I said. And she signed it for me, which I still have.
And if she were to have asked you some questions, because I don't know if you'd remember or not, what do you think she would have asked you?
How can you tell your husband's cheating? No.
Oh, Natalie, youch. Okay.
What a sleaze. We were so disappointed.
Oh, no, I understand.
No. I think she would have asked me about the conference and what I liked best about it and what it meant to me.
I gotcha. So
It was very empowering.
And is this how did you guys come to go to that kind of conference? Were you political at the time, or?
No, I think one of my friends heard about it and said, why don't we all go? I think I lived in California for the first 1 or 2. And then eventually when I went to Nevada, I drove back and went to it. I think mostly I was in California.
I gotcha.
But because she was so amazing, and we said, well, women's conference, we're all women and want to learn more. And it was great. It really was.
And so Maria, I guess, was the host of the
Yes,
event?
she was the host.
I gotcha.
She-
I could see her doing
Yeah,
those
she was
kind
the
of
host.
summits
And
kind of
she
thing.
introduced a lot of people, and she put it all together for every year until she wasn't the first lady anymore.
Sure.
Her sons were there, or I'm sorry, her brother spoke.
Well, she was a very good interviewer on NBC. She did a lot of reporting from the field. She did a lot of special segments. She was a very good interviewer. So
Very. She's amazing.
Was she an NBC person?
yes, yeah, NBC National News.
Oh, and there you go, Natalie. You were NBC. She was NBC.
Yeah,
You guys should have been besties.
I think so. I don't know what went wrong.
6 degrees of separation, right?
So,
Right.
well,
But
in
it
this
was
case,
it was an
one,
honor, used to have the pictures framed when I lived in California, and of course I still have them all.
That is awesome.
It was a great experience.
And Mr. Factoid, I know nothing about Maria. Do you have any other like tidbits? Eunice,
not Eunice. Eunice Shriver.
Wasn't Carol
Kennedy
Burnett
Shriver.
have a character called Eunice?
Yes.
It was. I'm trying to remember. It was the mother, right? And
Yes. With what's her name?
What show are you talking about?
Carol Burnett show when she had Eunice.
right. Yeah, exactly. Vicky Carr.
Vicky Carr.
Vicky.
That's right.
Played the mother.
Yes.
And
Right.
Carol played the daughter.
Right.
It was like a Southern family or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
That was a good show.
It was.
Oh, it was so good. And so we have two Eunices and a Maria.
Yes. She was one of the big advocates for, as you said, for Alzheimer's because her mom
absolutely.
had it, and she brought the Alzheimer disease to the forefront because she used her platform, especially as First Lady, to bring that to the general public.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she was very, very, very interesting lady.
Very.
She has a great background and a legacy family. So.
Sure. How long was she on TV? Was she on for a long
Oh
time?
yeah. For years and years she was on until she married Arnold.
Was that her first husband?
I
I
don't
think so. I don't remember her being married before.
Yeah.
They had 4 kids.
Yeah. So I would say that was her
I
first
think
marriage.
so.
Right on. And so, just because I find this ironic, you're at a women's conference, right?
Right.
And you got Oprah and all these other high-powered women,
Tons of people. Right.
right? And then you got a dude. The Dalai Lama's a dude. Why was the dude Dalai Lama at a women's conference?
Oh, there were a lot of men. It was, he's really, his message, and he's so empowering, and everyone loved him, and he's very calm and gentle. But I'm sure there were other men there. Dr. Oz was there.
Okay, all right.
So it was a women's conference, but it was just covered all topics. Like he would be the medical part of it. Dalai
Okay.
Lama was the spiritual.
All right. Hulk Hogan?
Oh, God.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
That's the other Dolly that was there.
Okay. Oh, see, that one I would understand. The Dolly Parton.
Right.
Right.
Dolly Parton Lama.
Exactly. And out walks a llama that looks like Dolly.
That would be a very strange looking llama, wouldn't it?
There's so many things I could say right now that I absolutely have not. And so you got to speak with Maria for a few minutes.
Right.
The daughters were there, acting as bodyguards.
Well, they were young, figure 11 years. I don't know. They're in their 20s, I think, now.
When you were there, they were in their 20s?
Oh, they were young.
Oh,
I think
they
they're
were
in their
young.
20s now, probably.
Oh, okay.
They were kids, little
They were
kids.
kids, yeah, real cute.
Oh.
Like my
One
grandkids.
married Christopher Pratt. And
All right, wait a second. Okay, so now I got to call Natalie out on this. All right, so you're at a women's conference. You can't get to Maria, so you go to her 11-year-old kids.
they were like standing against there was a booth, and they were standing there. And I thought, oh, there's my chance. So being a little pushy, I just kind of wormed my way in there. And I said, hey, I got a picture of your grandfather. But can you think your mom could sign it? And they went, oh, yeah. So like I said, they talked to the security guard.
All right,
and he walked me over.
I'm the king of pushy, but I would never have thought, I'm going to go to that celebrity's kid, 11-year-old kid. And
I schlepping this picture around with me for a week, and I thought, let me get it signed.
you're like, by God is my witness, I'm
I'm
doing
carrying
what
this
I got to
picture,
do.
yeah.
I love that.
They were
so much.
young kids. Maybe if it was someone older, they would have said absolutely not, but they were kids,
And you were a woman in a women's conference. It wouldn't have been like me going
Yeah,
up
I was all dressed up,
me going up to the little girls and going, hey, little girls, hey, can you introduce me to your mom?
Well, they did. I showed a picture of their grandfather, so.
Sure.
Did they
That
recognize him from the picture?
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, I had a picture of Steve Allen and my wife at the swimming pool in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, at this resort. At that time, it was the Playboy Resort. And
Wait. You got a picture of your wife with a celebrity at the Playboy Resort.
Swimming pool.
Oh, good Lord. I have no idea where this story is going, but it's making me really uncomfortable.
So I really liked Steve Allen, and he was the consummate comedian and songwriter. So whenever he would appear at the Playboy Club, he did it at least once a year. It wasn't that far drive up to Lake Geneva from Chicago. So we would go and we'd get tickets and go and see him. So I had this picture that we got one year when we were staying up there, and he was there. And my wife plopped down on the seat he was sitting, and we took a picture, and we thanked him. And then the next time, I brought the picture with. I wanted him to sign it. So I went to the maitre d', and I said to the maitre d', I have a picture of Mr. Allen and my wife together at the swimming pool. I'd like him to sign it. And he says, let me go talk to him. So he...
Wait. So you go up to one of his bodyguards and you're like, hey, I got a picture of my wife with Steve Allen.
At the pool at this resort.
Right.
Yeah.
Proving something notorious has occurred.
I said I'd like him to sign it for me. And it was the maitre d', and he says, let me go talk to Mr. Allen. And he goes away, and he comes back. He stands in the doorway. He was a little ways away, and he says, come here. And he says, Mr. Allen wants to talk to you.
Oh, nice.
So I go backstage with the picture. And he opens the door. And Steve Allen says to me, so they tell me you have a picture of your wife with me at the pool.
Yes,
I said, yes. He says, I didn't do anything.
Oh.
I said, no, I just wanted you to sign it because we took a picture last time you were here. I go, oh, okay. So he
That's
signed
too
it for
funny.
me.
That's amazing. Because if I was Steve Allen, I'd be like sizing up, is this guy going to come punch me in the nose or something like that? You know?
We had a nice conversation, and I come back, and my wife says, where have you been so long? I says, well, I told Steve Allen I had a picture. I wanted him to sign it, and we got talking. He says, was he mad? I said, no. He was nervous at first. I said, but he was fine.
Some husband's coming up with a picture of his wife. Yeah, no.
And then 2 years later, we're coming back from Hawaii. We have my son, who is a year old now.
Yeah.
And we're on a 747 coming back from Hawaii. We're going to LA, and it's late at night, and we fall asleep. And my son decides that he's going to crawl off and take a walk on the airplane. And my mother and father-in-law were with us, and my father-in-law gets up and says, where's the baby? And he wakes us up. I says, don't worry, he didn't leave the airplane. So I said, I'll go look. And I'm walking up and down the aisle, and a flight attendant says, little one's yours, right? I said, yes. She goes, come here. She takes me to first class. He's sitting on the lap of Steve Allen.
No kidding.
Oh, wow.
With Jane Meadows. And he's talking up a storm, and they're having a blast with him. And I just said, oh, I'm so sorry. He says, Jane Meadows says, no, he's adorable. I love him. And I said, my father-in-law and my wife are beside themselves. They don't know where the baby is. She says, we're taking good care of him. So that was my second encounter. I didn't tell him about the picture again.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yes, no, I didn't say anything.
No, wait, because I want to get some lineage here. What year was this, give or take?
This was 1980.
Okay, we'll just round it.
81.
Okay, And a year before was when you got the signature?
2 years before.
Oh, okay. So the baby's not his.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, I was just trying to clarify.
What a
that.
story! That's such a coincidence. Wow,
Oh, it
that's
was
amazing.
unbelievable. And I bring Michael back to the seat, and my wife says, "Where was it?" I said, "You're not going to believe this." But he was sitting in Steve Allen's lap with Jane
That's
Meadows.
hysterical.
She goes, "You've got to be kidding." I said, No. And then when we were getting off, we talked to them as we were leaving and said, "Take good care of that little guy for me." And they really enjoyed. I don't know how long he was there with them, but they were having a blast with him.
Okay. Because I've seen pictures of Michael, and I have to admit, he does look a lot like Steve Allen. I'm just saying, I might have to talk to your wife about this.
It's such a coincidence that would happen. That
Did you take a picture of him with your child?
no, I just took my child and left.
Yeah, no picture.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he potty trained at that point?
No.
Oh, good Lord. Now that would have been a story.
That's funny.
I think we need to make one up and just really.
Yeah, my wife likes telling that story because we had gone to a conference I had gone to a conference in Hawaii, and Steve Allen was one of the speakers.
Oh, okay.
So he was there. I didn't realize he was going to be on the same flight that we were going home.
You stalk celebrities like
I
nobody's
know,
business.
I know.
Natalie, you don't know this, but maybe some of the audience does. But it's astounding to me, like how many of these kind of things happen to you.
Oh, it's interesting. Very, very interesting.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, because I worked at WTTW in Chicago, which was the big public television station. Met a lot of celebrities there through the years, working.
And all your kids look like them.
Well, you remember the Frugal Gourmet?
Yeah.
You remember the Frugal Gourmet? Well, I was working there, and he needed a production assistant because his production assistant got hurt, and he says, "Would your wife like to do that?" So I went and asked Lillian, and she said, "Sure." And he came in for the one season. She was his production assistant. She can tell you all kinds of stories about cooking
On the next
shows.
episode of Celebrity
That's
Encounters
what I was gonna say, put
podcast,
her on
we
the
have
next podcast.
Lillian talking about who is the chef gourmet?
The Frugal Gourmet, Jeff Smith.
Franco-American?
Jeff Smith.
Chef Boyardee. That's it. Okay. Natalie, thank you so much for
Oh, I
coming
loved
in
it.
and
So much fun. Thank you both.
sharing your fabulous story about Maria Shriver, her two daughters, and her dad. That's so awesome.
Yes. It's very awesome.
Alan thinks so too. Thank you for watching Celebrity Encounters
Thanks,
podcast.
folks.
If you've got a celebrity encounter, we'd love to hear from you, and you can be on our show too. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in today. And if you enjoyed our show, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on all your favorite platforms. We'll see you next week with the next episode of Celebrity Encounter Podcast.